Good morning, boys and girls. You know, we've been studying our art elements in our sketchbooks, and today we're going to do a piece remotely using lines and shapes and create a city landscape in the snow since it's winter. And we're going to emphasize line and shapes. And we're going to use watercolor and oil pastel. And these swirls remind me of Van Gogh, of course. I'm sure they do you too. And you need your Sharpie first. Now, I went ahead and did my snowbank first. So I had a good area to place my building, see? Need to make sure you plan accordingly. And then, instead of starting the buildings with a straight line, you need to start with a squiggly snow line. Pay attention to that because the tops of the buildings have snow on them. Then bring the line. See that? And then draw some interesting windows. This is abstract. Of course, you can do it the way you want to. This is not a realistic piece. So the next building, maybe you'll come down some, snow top, line, interesting windows. Maybe make these elongated, not as many as the other one, and maybe a little door. Lines and shapes. And let's make a real tall one. So this will have to be, it's almost like an icing on a cake. Bring it down, all the way down. And then you can add a lot of windows in this city building. And if you've ever traveled to a city and you're walking down a city street and you look up, I always feel kind of like a little bit dizzy because the buildings are so tall, especially in New York or Atlanta or big cities like that. But cities have a great energy, a great feeling. And they never sleep. Always up. Let's do a little thin one here. Remember, you want to keep it interesting. Very different shapes and sizes. Look at this tiny one on that one. So I'll do another one over here. And then we'll do our swirls, which reminds me of the Starry Night. I like this tall building on the side that kind of ends it on an interesting note. Long windows. People in big buildings use a lot of elevators. Okay, so the swirl, just start it in the center. Go around as much as you can because you have to complete the cycle. See that? You gotta pretend like the swirl has kept going. Gives it interest. See that? Now I took my oil pastel to go ahead and make sure we resist and color it in the top layers of the building. I know you can't really see it on white paper, but it's there when you're right in front of it. When you're actually doing this piece, you'll be able to see it. You'll see the waxiness. So the paint won't overlay it. And then I went ahead and added a very expressionistic stroke. It's kind of been my theme this week with all grade levels. And remember, blue is always a color that we use with snow. Just add that layer. You know how I tell you to add this. And then I want you to watercolor each piece the way you want to, whatever color. And send me pics. Miss Kim's back so she can put pictures on FB. Have a great day.